Sierra Club of Massachusetts are teaming up to bring people by boat from Rowe's Wharf in Boston to Hull. Hey, do you have a wristband? And we're going to educate people about wind power. We will see some solar energy installations as well. And then when we get to the Hull Wind Turbine, we'll also have some electric cars. And people can take a look at them and learn all about how we can actually save the planet by a combination of renewable energy and electrifying transportation. This is educational, but it's really fun, and that's what we're looking forward to.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning.
So, my name is Emily Norton. I'm the Massachusetts Chapter Director for the Sierra Club, and it's a great opportunity for us to actually get together with our volunteers and friends in a social environment, a fun environment. We're on a boat, we're touring clean energy. So much of our work is gloom and doom and scaring people into taking action that it's actually great to get to celebrate the successes that we have, such as a wind turbine. So that's really what today is about.
Let's go find out why people have joined today's tour and see what's on their minds when they think about green energy.
I don't know. I don't really know how wind turbines work. I know something spins and then magic happens and then there's power. And I don't know if there's anything I can look at or see or if it's all like hidden. But it'd be cool if there are any, I don't know, if there are any nuts and bolts of it that I could see.
Mostly I wanted to be out on a boat with my friends in the sunshine, but also learning something. So I think learning about, as Andy said, just about how wind turbines work, which I don't know much about. They seem like simple machines, but I imagine there's hidden complexity inside all of that white, beautiful steel and plastic and electronics probably. So I'd like to understand more.
Yeah. And so this is the first time he's been on a boat, is that?
First time on the boat, yeah. You want to talk to the camera?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Mr. Blue.
And with that, we were on our way to Hull, watching the Boston skyline get smaller off the back deck as we made our way across Boston Harbor on this beautiful sunny day.
What brings you out today?
Oh, well, two things. We certainly are sort of green people, I suppose, but we also love to take little excursions. And we've been to Hull several times. We've kayaked from Hull to some of the islands, Pedex Island and I forget what other one. And so we've seen it up close. We've never really heard much about it. Looks great from close up, I'll say that. So we have a lot of reasons for coming today. I'm very concerned with climate change, that's for sure. I mean, things go as some of the scientists predict. Boston is going to end up being a series of islands instead of a city. Florida will hardly exist anymore, and some of the islands that millions of people live on are going to be obliterated. So that's a serious concern. I don't understand actually why our legislators and the administration don't think about this in terms of what's going to be happening to their children and grandchildren. It's not just those of us who live near the coast that are going to be affected. I mean, I can't imagine that with everything going on that their kids and grandkids will be safe either. I don't get that. I just don't get that.
And then we approached Hull.
I appreciate any and all efforts by any and all groups that really try and find ecologically sustainable ways for all of us to live.
We got off the boat and we went to learn about the wind turbine and see the electric cars.
And we're just thrilled here to combine two amazing ideas. One is renewable energy. This wind turbine in Hull is the first utility-scale wind turbine in New England. It was built back in 2001. But Hull is definitely a pioneer in renewable energy. And much of what we see today that's happening around the region is all coming from this particular project. And then now, what's changed in the last few years is how excellent electric cars have become. So we're going to give you a little bit of time to take a look at a variety of great electric cars. We have a Chevrolet Bolt, which is all electric, 238 miles per charge. We have a Kia e-Soul. It gets over 100 miles per charge, all electric. A Nissan Leaf that gets 107 miles per charge, all electric. That's what Emily drives. We have we have Teslas as well, and we have my car, which is a Chevrolet Bolt. Chevrolet Volt, I should say.
It works.
That sounds better. All right. So this is not a ride and drive event, but you can go take a look. You can see how spacious they are. You can get inside the cars, and you can talk to the dealers about setting up for a test drive at their location. If you go to our website, massenergy.org/drivegreen, you can get a deep discount on any one of these cars. So just quick examples, you can get $9,000 off the list price of the Nissan Leaf, $7,500 off the Chevrolet Volt, a few thousand off the Kia e-Soul, $3,500 off the Bolt. I'm leasing my Chevrolet Bolt for $115 per month. On top of that, you're eligible for a $7,500 federal tax credit, a $2,500 state rebate. But now, if you combine these two things, you can go to our website and you can buy green power from Mass Energy, and you can drive electric with 0 emissions.
So, Larry, how'd the day go? It was fabulous out here.
Well, we're not done yet, but yes, we just took almost 300 people from Boston. We disembarked here at the pier in Pemberton Point in Hull, Massachusetts. Hull is a great town that can boast that it hosts 2 wind turbines. They built the first one of utility scale size in New England. They built this one here in 2001. They built another one in 2006, and we buy the renewable energy certificates from the project in wholesale, and we sell them retail to consumers who want to support renewable energy. And so that's what we've been doing since about when the wind turbines were built. And in the last few years, we've gotten interested in electric cars, and now we have a program called Drive Green with Mass Energy. And so now we're able to park all these electric cars here. So now everybody who saw the wind turbines was able to learn a little bit more about the electric cars. If you were to drive an electric car on your regular electricity that you would get from National Grid or Eversource, you'd reduce your carbon emissions by 70%, and that's because our electricity grid is getting greener all the time. But if you were to buy wind power from Mass Energy, you would essentially be able to have transportation with 0 emissions. And we can do this. We can reduce carbon emissions by the amount, which is 80% carbon reductions by 2050, which is what the scientists are telling us we have to do to keep the planet habitable.
And with that, the day was done. It was time to reboard the boat and leave Hull behind. It was a wonderful day of learning about renewable energy and about electric vehicles, but it was time to head back to Boston.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks so much.
Oh, happy
Great
to.
day.
Glad you enjoyed
That's
it.
good.
Thank you guys for coming. You're welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. You're welcome. Great trip. Oh, glad you enjoyed it. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Look at that, living with all this clean energy here. Thank you for coming.